Hi, welcome back, Loomers. We're gonna go ahead and finish our Yoshi and connect all the pieces together. What we're gonna be working on right now is connecting this to this. We're gonna be having some C-clips to assist us. So go ahead and just grab a few. This is just to be able to help us create the shape that we want in order to be able to help us identify the focal points that we need to be able to connect this together. And we're going to be putting our arms and our legs as well, okay? So the first thing you want to do is grab a C-clip, and you want to put on the side. So obviously this is going to be my outside, right? That part where your tail is at, do you notice how these end that row and then these start to go up? We're going to go ahead and grab a C-clip and put it right there, okay? We're going to connect this side to this side, that row that goes to that point, okay? Right. You're going to put a C-clip there and a C-clip here, okay? So just go ahead and grab, you're going to grab these bands, okay, and the ones on this side. So obviously it's the one like right under. So I want to get the bands that are also right under, which are these two. Okay. So those and those. I'm gonna put a C-clip just to help me identify. So I'm gonna put it like that. Okay. So now I know that that's a starting point right there, which means that I know that my tail has to end at that point. The white has to end at that point. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and add a C-clip on this first one right here. Okay. I just want to go ahead and grab these two. Okay. I don't need the 4, I just need the first 2. Put your C-clip there. Okay. The next one, we're going to go ahead and skip these 2, and we're going to grab this one. Okay. So the fourth one. And grab your C-clip. Alright. Next one, you're going to skip these 2 and grab these. Okay. Alright, you're going to skip this one and grab the next 2. Come on. Alright. Skip those 2 and grab these 2. Okay. Make sure you're always skipping 2 and you're grabbing the one right after. And then skip these 2 and I'm grabbing these right here. Alright. And for those, I'm just going to leave them like that, okay? Now let's go to this side. And again, we're going to grab these 2. It's not that one. These 2. There we go. I'm going to add my C-clip. Skip 2, grab the next one. Skip 2, grab the next one. Skip 2, grab the next one. skip 2 and grab the next 2. 2, there we go. Skip those 2 and I'm going to grab these. Okay, and again, I'm going to leave that just like that. Okay, alright, so you should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and this makes 13 C-clips in total. Okay, so now that we are at this point, we're going to put these so that way it just helps us create the shape, so that way we know where we're going to go ahead and start to connect. Alright, first thing that you want to do though is grab your arms and you want to measure. Right, make sure that I've already kind of tightened this a little bit, because I know that I want them to just barely be able to come out from the sides. Right, so like if you have them like arm spread eagle, then that's pretty good. Okay, you want it to be able to do that, so you want it to be able to be like that. Okay, same thing for your legs. Best thing to do in this case is take off Yoshi's shoes. They're just going to be in the way and they're a little bit heavy. Okay, so the same thing, you want it to be able to just go around like that. Okay, and that's good for me. I'm happy with that length. If you need to, if it's too much for you, you can always be able to just go ahead and pinch it. Okay, and just coil it up just like that. Okay, as much as you need to. If it's too short, then of course, I mean, it's too short. You're just gonna have to kind of pull on the legs a little bit, so that way you have a little bit more wire to work with. All right, now on that part, I'm gonna go ahead and clip. Yeah, I want to go ahead and start clipping right here. So I'm gonna go from here, and I want to grab from the white section. You're going to be working with, it's not these, alright? It's going to be the ones that are on the inside. These 2 bands right there. Okay? These are your holding bands. So it's not these on that side, and it's not the front ones, it's the side ones. So look for those side ones. It's the very first one right under this one that has been stretched out. That one's the one that you want to put the C-clip on. You're going to put your first C-clip on there, attach it on. That's the first one. The next one, alright, I want to go down to the very bottom one. Okay, and the reason why we're going to skip quite a bit is because we want to make sure that everything fits inside. And actually, I want to attach these last ones instead. So for that one, we are going to attach those. Okay, it should be landing right here where there's 3. So you see how there's 1, 2, and then right here there's 1, 2, 3. These are the only 3 ones, because right here there's 1, and then there's the 1 that are going on the inside. So you want to attach to right there. So we're going to look for that middle band that is inside here. And I think it's going to be these. It's already popping out. So I'm just going to go ahead and look one more time. I'm starting to believe it's these. But that's probably going to be for the one that is in 4s. There's going to be some searching involved, but I see those right there. I see that one, and the other one has to be right behind it. There it is. Not that one. Let me dig in there to get it Okay, I got it. There's one of them. Okay, so I know that this one is attached right there. So I'm gonna grab that, put it on this side. Now look for the other side. So then there's my three. There's my three. Okay. So I want to grab the one that is inside there. I'm gonna move these out of the way so I can be able to try to find it. And I see it. So I'm gonna try to hook it and fish it out. And there they are. It's important to do this right now because it's going to be so much easier to do everything after, and I'm getting way too close to the camera. Yeah, come on, man. Focus really quick. There we go. I don't want to lose my bands. These two. Hook it on to my C-clip really quick. Almost. Okay. Alright. That's good. Now, I'm going to do the top part of this as well. So let's go ahead and do that as well. And you see how this one's being stretched? So I want it right under. And it's not these because those are the ones on the front and these are the ones on the back. So I'm going to get these that are inside those two. Perfect. And grab the first C-clip, attach it onto it. There we go. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and put our legs in there before we forget, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and stick them in. Okay, so they should be on there, so that way we know that they're gonna stay there. Alright, your arms are actually gonna be here on this one, and they're actually gonna be attached after we attach this to the body, okay? So don't worry about your arms for right now. Right now we're focusing on connecting this part. Let's keep going. Then what I want to do next, so since our last one has been placed on and our first one has been placed on, I want to do the middle one. Okay, so there's two left here and there is one left here. So obviously these are just going to be the middle ones. And our legs are going to be right there in the middle, okay? So they have to stay in between there. Let's go ahead and attach those, and I want to kind of guess where the middle is, and most likely, because that is right there, and we have our row, and then we have the one that goes inside. Do you see how there's a band? You see this goes straight, and then all of a sudden it starts to join this row right there, this band right there. Do you guys see it? The one that starts to cross and fuse to this, both of these. That one has to be the middle. And right here, these, because of course I want to get the ones on the side, not the front ones or the back ones. Okay, so that is going to be where we're going to attach this C-clip. That means that my legs have to be in front of it. If I remember correctly. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want them behind it. Let me see. No, it's too low. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put my legs right in front of that one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab my C-clip and attach that. Okay. So now I'm going to attach these two. Actually, I can go ahead and attach the back one. So I'm just going to go ahead and find the middle part of this. Right? And I can kind of eyeball that it's going to be this. And I'm just going to go ahead and this looks pretty much close to the middle as possible. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to do this part. And right here, I'm just going to go ahead and skip 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to go straight to the third one. These two. I'm going to attach it to this one. Okay. And place it on. There we go. Oops, oops. Hold on. Let go. I forgot about my legs. It has to go in between here. Let's put our legs right there and put it back on the clip. There we go. Now this one has to be in the middle. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's obviously going to be no middle, so we're just going to go ahead and grab this one. Don't worry about it. Right now it's just to be able to help us focus where we need to connect. Okay, one side is done. Let's do the other side. Okay, same thing that we did. That part where these two, this one starts to join the second row right here. I can see that band clearly. Okay, hope you can see it. I'm gonna look for those bands right above it that are in the middle. And it's these two. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna grab those and put it onto this C-clip. Okay, grab them again. Alright, I'm gonna keep my leg right here and I'm gonna attach this. So I'm gonna skip 2, 1, 2, and I'm gonna grab that one. There's one band, I need the second band. It's in there. There we go. Put it onto that clip. Okay. Now right here we need to find the middle. Okay, so obviously again there's gonna be 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose. Actually, this one actually has 5. Alright, so we are off by 1 on the other side, but it doesn't matter. Remember, this is just to be able to help us figure out where we're going to be looming together. Now this, try to find the middle of this. I want to guess it's about here. Yeah, perfect. These are my 2 side ones. Okay. Remember, it's not the capped bands. You want the ones that are inside. Okay. Now that our body is joined, our legs are on. Okay. We can kind of see how he's gonna come out. Yoshi's looking pretty cool. And then, of course, we just need to connect the arms, and then the shell will be closing this opening right here, but we're gonna stuff it as well. Okay, we're gonna stuff our Yoshi so you can see our Yoshi's taking shape. All right, perfect. What we need to do right now is start to seal, and how we are gonna do it is 2 of these are going to be sealed in with the screen, and then these 3 will be left behind because those are going to be connecting with our shell. Okay, and they'll be right there, and our shell will be starting to connect right after, but we'll do this at the very end. So what we need to do right now is grab our hook And then for this one, we're gonna go ahead and put it inside these two, okay? What I want to do now is take off my slip knot. Okay. And I want to put my arms already on here, okay? And actually, I'm gonna go this way. Make sure your thumbs are sticking up, okay? Because that's the correct way they're gonna go. And I'm going to grab right here, and I'm gonna look for right here. There is this holding band, okay? And then there's this holding band, and then there's of course our slip knot right there. So you don't want this holding band, you want this holding band, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab it with my hook. I want those two. I'm gonna pull it through. Right. Now that I have it right there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the other piece that is on the slip knot. Okay. And I want to grab it from the inside to the out. Right there. Now that I have it, I can take off my slip knot. Make sure it doesn't come off your hook. Okay. And again, I'm going to go ahead and grab those holding bands that are next. Not this one, okay? You want the holding bands right there. There's one, and I want two. So I'm going to grab those two right there. These two holding bands. Ooh, I hope you guys can see. This is a little tricky. Alright, and I'm gonna pull those through. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm kind of getting you guys confused. Hang on. Let me hold it with my fingers, because these actually need to be pulled through this one. Okay. There we go. Now you have 4 bands, and now you want to grab that and put it on your hook, and now that one, pull it through these 4 bands, so you can use your fingers, okay? And now that it's pulled through, your hands should be tucked in right between there, okay? Hopefully you got it correctly. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. Alright, this is where it's gonna get exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab where my slip knot is at. And I need to put my hook through that hole where my slip knot is, from the inside to the out. Okay, so this is gonna be quite a task. Right there, from the inside to the out. Okay, and it's gonna be hard because there's a lot of bands, but hopefully you can figure it out. So I can see through all this, all the way. So I'm gonna take off my slip knot. I may need my other hook to help me. Okay, alright. I know that I keep cutting in and out, but it's because I need to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Okay. Once we take out our slip knot from these bands, okay, these are the 2 that we're holding from the neck part, okay, you see? Alright, so now all these bands, there should be 2, 6, there should be 8 bands plus these 2, so that's 10 bands in total right now on your hook. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. You see how these 2 are are smaller, so that means that they're capped. The same thing with these are capped, these two. So these two, what I want to do is I want to transfer these over to this side. So that means we're going to go ahead and put these over the entire thing. Okay, and be very, very careful when you're doing this entire stitching all across, because you want to go slowly and carefully. Take your time, and if you need us, we're probably going to be using a second hook to help us, okay? Because if you mess up, then your whole thing's going to start to fall apart on you, and you do not want to have that happen, because you will get frustrated, okay? If you need to use your fingers or another hook to help you transfer, you want to transfer these two in through here to get to that side, okay? So you want to go ahead and pull these over your entire hook. All right, so now you should have these two left over, okay? And now you're gonna go ahead and transfer this one. Is it? I want to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Yes. Okay, so now you're gonna transfer these over to this one, okay? And that's how it should be held for right now. Okay. I'm going to turn my Yoshi upside down, because we're going to continue working from here. Now, on this part, there are 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth one is right there on the C-clip. There's those holding bands that are being held together right in the middle. Okay. And then there are 1, 2, 3 white holding bands. Do you see these holding bands right there? Mine are kind of sticking out a little bit. So it's the ones that are inside, okay? Not these that are on the outside. You want the ones that are on the inside. Those are the holding bands, okay? So you should have 3 if you did it kind of the same that I did. And so this is going to be extra, which means that we're going to have to grab one from in here. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab, actually, I'm going to just go ahead and grab the very first notch right there. Do you see the very first notch? What I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab it from the bottom with your hook upwards. Okay. I'm going to put my finger here so my bands don't fall off. And I'm going to grab these two bands right there, okay, and I'm gonna pull that through the green, okay, and push in so that way your bands don't fall off. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the next green bands, okay, and I'm gonna do it from the top to the inside, okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab these 2 green. I feel like I'm grabbing the wrong ones. It's these 2. Okay. Alright. Now that I have that, I'm going to grab the first white ones that are the inside ones. So like I mentioned before, these are, let me grab my second hook again so I can show you. This is a holding band. This is another holding band, these 2. Okay, so that's gonna go in the second one. So I want the ones that are in here, which are these 2. Now that I have those, okay, take a little bit so I can find them. I want to grab them from the inside to the out. Okay, like that. So like that. So from the inside to the out. You see how my hook is pointing? Okay, you do not want to grab it from down there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull that white one through the green ones and through the white one. Okay, so pull through the green ones first. Okay. And now you're going to pull through the white ones carefully, okay? You do not want to have it slide off. Okay. Now, the next one. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and skip this one. And I'm going to go straight for this one. So I can be able to grab that one. And I can just go ahead and keep going in order. So I'm just going to grab 2 green bands, okay? And now again, I'm gonna grab those two white ones. My hook is always facing up. Okay. Now you're gonna transfer these through the green ones. Okay. And I'll transfer them through the white ones. Okay. You can use your fingers or you can use a second hook. But if you're using your hook only, then go slowly because again, you do not want it to fall off. Alright. Now the next ones are obviously going to be right here where our C-clip is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take out my C-clip from these. You want to push your hook up so that way it doesn't fall. And just take out that clip. You can do it with your hands if you're good at it, or use a hook. I do not need that C-clip anymore, so I'm just taking it out. Try not to raise this also far from your table in case your hook starts to fly. You know that your hook is going to land on the table and not far from your body, so that way you don't lose your place. Okay. So, but I'm fine right here. So next I'm gonna go ahead and grab the next ones available. So I'm seeing right here I have this holding band, I have these holding bands, and I have these two holding bands, and then I have the next set. So that is 4. So that means I have to make sure that I'm connecting 4 from here. I know that this one's going to get connected in, so it's the ones that are in here. And then I have 3 heat left, and then I have 1, 2, 3 left. Okay, so that's perfect. That's going to work out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, I'm going to use my finger to hold those bands so they don't fall off my hook. I'm going to grab 2 holding bands from green, okay? With my hook up, I'm gonna latch on to the next ones. Okay, just like that. Remember, you want it like this all the time. So now go ahead and transfer these white ones through the green. And I'll transfer them through the white carefully. And push in. Okay. Alright, so you kind of see how it's starting to close. Alright. Whoops, I don't want to grab those. So do the next one. Grab the green ones first. You want to grab 2 green ones, okay? And then you're going to grab 2 white ones, okay? It's best if you use a second hook to kind of pull them ahead of time so that way it's easier to just go ahead and grab them. I'm going to transfer those through my green. I'm going to transfer them through my white. Okay, and then push so that way I don't lose it. Now the next green ones, I'm going to remember to use your finger to hold those bands so that way they don't fall off your hook. And you want to take your time on this, okay? So you always want a green one in the middle, and then you want to transfer these white ones through those green, and then transfer them through the white, and then push so that way you don't lose them. I'm back to my C-clip. I'm going to take that clip out. In this case, it'll just be a marker, so I can go ahead and call them markers from now on because they're just marking the spot I need to do it. Okay, it's off. So now it's pre-pulled. I know it has to be that one. And okay, so you see how now that you've gotten to that other C-clip, your leg is right there. Okay, so I want to do this one, and then I'm going to push my leg down. Okay, so I'm going to just leave my leg there. I'm going to go ahead and do these. Grab 2 green ones. Those are the next ones. Okay, and now I'm going to grab the white ones. And I'm using my finger to hold the bands. Okay, now I can let go, and I'm going to transfer. Slowly. Transfer. Slowly, and push. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna put my leg down, and I'm gonna hold my bands with my finger. I'm gonna start working like this now, okay? So that way I can be able to secure the leg. Now the next one, again, let's go ahead and grab a green one. And I'm seeing right here that I only have 1 green one left, and then I have a white one. So that means I'm going to have to grab a green one from in here where my C-clip is. Okay, because there's another white one. Okay, and I need to do that. So this should be enough for that. I'll work on it after I fix that. So let me just go ahead and grab 2 green ones here, which are the only 2 green ones available. Oh, I have to go from the outside to the inside. There we go. The outside to the inside. Now from right here, it's the inside to the outside. I'm gonna use hold my finger right there. Now what? Hang on. My legs are not over there. There we go. Because I want to grab the next 2. There we go. These are the next 2 holding bands. Okay. Now I can go ahead and transfer them through the green carefully and through the white ones. There we go. Alright. Let's keep going. I'm gonna take out that marker because I need to find the next holding bands in green. Be very careful your hook does not fall off when you're taking off your clips. I have one more set of white ones here before I get to the ones where my clip was. So I need to grab another holding band, so these 2. But I need to go from the outside to the inside there. Right here. Okay. Now I'm going to grab these 2. Okay. Pull through. And pull through. Okay, now and push back so that way I don't lose them. Next ones. I see that I have 1, 2, and then 3 on the marker, and then I have this one, and then 1. Trying to find the other. There's 1 holding band for this one. There's a holding band, and there's a holding band hidden right there. I think I should be fine. Hang on. No. I may have to skip that one. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip 1, okay? Because that's already way too many. Then it should be fine if you're skipping 1. That's totally okay. Because that one is completely hidden. It's not gonna make much of a difference if it's fully exposed. If they're fully exposed, then you know that you have to grab it. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. I have these 2 green ones, and that are my holding bands. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. And this one's obviously popping up, so I'm gonna grab that one and look for the other one, which is right up. There we go. It's right under it. You see? Let me grab the next one. Okay. If you're having trouble, use a second hook to help you find those holding bands. Remember. Push over. And I'm back to my clip, so I'm going to go ahead and take out that clip because I want to go in there to grab the holding band. Okay, come on. There we go. So now I can go ahead and go and grab those 2 holding bands in green and the next set in white. So I mentioned I was going to skip that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab these that are completely open. Alright, and that's totally fine for me. I'm just going to go ahead and go through and then go through. Alright, and then push back. I'm going to grab the next holding bands in green. Okay, so these are going to be a little bit tricky because once you get to this side, there really isn't that good of a view of them. So you're going to have to make do with something else. And those are going to be... because from this point on, our holding bands are going the opposite direction. Alright, that means we're not going to have holding bands right there. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and grab... yeah, I should be fine if I grab these 2 bands Okay, so let me just show you again. So you see these bands that are going across that we used. I'm just going to go ahead and grab that. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the next set of white. And let me stretch them out with my second hook. I see them right there. I see one of them. I need to find the second one. Okay. There they are. I'm gonna pull it out a little. Right here, I also need to do that. And actually, it's right there. Perfect, okay. I have two. And I have this one, and then this one. Okay, okay, perfect. Whew. Okay, so go through the green, go through the white. Next one, you're going to go from the outside to the inside, remember? And on the white, you're going to go from the inside to the outside. Okay. Transfer through. Transfer through. Okay, and push up so that way I don't lose them. And now I'm back to my clip. I need to take those out. Okay, I'm gonna grab the next green ones, which are these two, and go for my next white ones, which are these two. I can clearly see. There we go. Alright, we're almost there. I have one more left. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and hook the last one onto here before we finish connecting there. Okay. I need to go ahead and grab these two. Actually, at this point I can see holding bands again. At least I think they are holding bands. And I'm going to treat them as holding bands. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those, pull them on. Okay, and remember I have to go from the outside to the in. I only want the two. Okay. And now from the inside to the out, which are these two. These are the holding bands. Okay, because they're right in the middle. Okay, now transfer through and transfer through. Okay. Last one. We're gonna go ahead and there are no holding bands here. Alright. I think these are, but they're very, very well hidden. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab these two. Okay. Don't worry. And now, right here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab that, which is that loop where our, what do they call? Our slip knot is at, okay? Grab that and transfer that through, and grab this, transfer that through. Okay. At this point, we are going to put another slip knot. We're going to have 3 slip knots in total, one from this side, and one from this side, and the one in the middle. Grab our white one. Okay. It has to be the same color as this, as your stomach. You're going to pull it through carefully. Alright, and now put your slip knot. Alright. Okay. Now, one side is done with one arm. Yikes, come on. Okay, and our leg. Alright, so I know that that is looking good. Okay, good. Okay. So now that we sealed one side, okay, we're going to go ahead and do the other side, okay? We're going to do exactly the same thing, so let me go ahead and show you. Let me get that ready. Hang on. Okay. The way we did this side again, we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Make sure your arm is placed right there when you're working. So that way you know that it's going to get strapped in between these bands, okay? Alright. And if you need to adjust your wire again, go ahead and do so. So that way it lands right on top of the white, just like so. Because this is going to be pouched over, okay? Of course, your neck is going to be pouched up, so it should hide right under, okay? So if you want to pinch from here and here, so that way you can be able to tell, that's going to be how it's going to look like, all right? And then your body should open up like so. And that's when we're going to put the shell over and we're going to seal it. Let's do that now. First thing, of course, is we're going to grab, remember the holding bands? We have these holding bands, okay, these two. And then we have these two holding bands. So we're going to go ahead and grab the second pair, okay? And we're going to leave these three just like that. And then we're going to work with just this one and the ones that are capped. So we're going to grab that one. And I'm going to put my hook through from the outside to the inside. Okay. Just going to flip it over like this. So that way, now we can just go ahead and keep working. Now I'm going to go ahead and take out the slip knot because I do not need it. I'm going to use my second hook to help me. Okay. I guess after some time, these tend to be hard to take off just because of how tiny they get. Because they get tight. Okay. Let me see. What did we do last time? Oh, okay. I did it backwards. Ha! Alright, no worries. I'm going to use my hook. I'm going to go through these four. Okay. And take that out of my hook. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab these two bands. Get rid of that hook. Alright. And I'm going to pass these two bands through these four. Okay, carefully and push up so that way you don't lose your place. And now, yeah, so now at that point we went through the other ones. I'm trying to remember already what I did. Yeah, so these looks like we just went through them. I'm just gonna go ahead and start from the bottom to the front. Okay. And take out the slip knot as well. Okay, again, I'm gonna use my hook to help me. Alright, it's taking quite a while. Yeah, I'll look for it later. Okay. I'm gonna pass these through that one. Okay. And then, oh, I don't want it to fall off my hook. Uh-oh. I'm gonna grab that one. This is what we do not want. Losing my band. Let me just grab it really quick. Alright, put it back on my hook. Okay. I'm pushing so that way I don't lose them anymore. Okay, I think we are going correctly now. Yeah, we should be going correctly. So now, I'm trying to grab these. Am I going correctly? Right here I had 2. Let's connect to those. Oh, that's right. Okay. I know it. Now, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these holding bands, the ones that are left over. Not that one. It's this one and this one. Okay? Those are my holding bands. And I'm gonna pull those through these 4 bands. Okay. That's what we did. Okay, now I can go ahead and get this part where my other slip knot is at on the body, not the ones on the hands. Okay, the body. Make sure your hand is stuck in there. Okay, so that way you're already sealing it away. And I'm gonna go from the inside to the out. I want to go through all these bands where that slip knot is at. And I know I didn't catch all of them, so I have to kind of go in there and fix it. I know this is tedious. Well, it is for me. Hopefully it's not for you guys. Who knows if it might be a little bit easier or might be harder for you guys. I'm trying to split those right there. Okay, I need another band. It's still in there. Let me try one more time. I want to open that up. I'm going to use my hook to help me, because I'm losing valuable time here. This is the one that is not supposed to be there. Let's see if I got it right. Looks like I got them all. Okay, now I can take out that slip knot. Alright, so just like before, we should have 6 bands again. Okay. So now that we have, there's 6 bands right there in the middle, and then we have our ones in the far and the ones on this side. So this one has to go through these 6 bands. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully pull them through. Oop, not those. Okay, just those 6. Okay, now this one, actually yes, I do need to go through right there. Totally forgot. Okay. Alright. And we are set. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, remember these bands right here, don't worry about that hole, we're gonna cover that up. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is grab those first bands where it's being pulled. I want to grab these 2 bands on the front, okay, because those are the ones that we used for the other one. Okay, they are right there. So we're going to use them. We're going to do the same thing right there. Okay. So what I need to do is I want to pull those white ones through my green ones slowly and then push out. Be very careful again on this side. Okay, you do not want to lose your bands. Now that I have that done, take out your marker. Do not need it. And now I need to grab a green one. Okay. which are these holding bands right here, the first ones. Okay, and that's not a holding band. The second one is. This one is, and so is this one. Yeah, the other one's not. That belongs in there. Alright. Now that I have those, I'm going to grab my white ones. Okay, which are these, because they should be stretched because of the C-clip. I keep forgetting I'm really close up to the camera. I might have not been on the camera. Hopefully you remember this part, okay? Alright, so now I need to pass these white ones through these, okay? So I'm going to go first through the green ones, and then actually I can do them both at the same time. So now that I have it, okay, be very careful, go slow, okay, if you need to. Alright, I may need to do this left-handed. I have 2 white ones left before I get to my C-clip, so I need to find... I see that I only have... Actually, I think I could be able to... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the next green ones. From the outside to the inside, okay? I need to grab these holding bands right there, those green ones. Okay. And on the white side, from the inside to the outside, okay? So it's going to be these 2 holding bands. It's not that one. This one's one of them. The other one's hidden in there. It's that one. Alright. And this one too. Okay, there's my 2 holding bands in white. Now I need to transfer the one closest to my hook, right, through, I'm going to do it this side, because I can see better. Those green ones, and now through the white ones. Carefully, and push through, okay? Now the next set, and for this one, let me go ahead and take out that marker. Take it off the clip, and take these off as well. Alright, I'm gonna go through the green ones, and that's not a holding, these 2 are the holding bands. Okay, that one is actually part of right here, okay? So can you see? So again, from the outside to the inside, and now from the inside to the outside. I'm gonna do it this way, now this way, and then push through. Now the next one, the next green ones, it's gonna be this one. It's these, but this outside one is not part of a holding. There's my 2. Okay. And now the white ones. Again, go through the green ones carefully, and the white ones. Push up. Okay. Green ones again. These 2. No. It is this one and this one. Those are my holding bands. Okay. Now the white ones. Let me grab my other hook to stretch them out a little. Okay. Got one of them is in the way, but there we go. There's one. Oh, I think I got both. No, that's not one of them. This one's one of them. And so the other one's right behind it. It's not that one. It's the one behind this one. There it is. I see it. There's my 2 bands. Cool. Alright. Go through the green. Go through the white. Okay. Next one right there. I remember at this point we skipped one, so I'm just going to go ahead and take out that C-clip. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and... Okay, so at this point, there's my leg, okay? I'm going to go ahead and connect those. I'm going to skip that one and go straight to... Actually... Hold on, how many do I have right there? Before I get to my next one. I have 1, 2, and I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm not going to skip one. I'm going to go directly to it. So there's my holding bands. Hang on. No, I'm not going to skip this one. I'm going to skip the one after. Because I can barely see the other one. So I'm just going to go get these 2. The ones that are not stretched. These are obviously the ones that were stretched. I'll do that one after. Go by your best judgment. Yeah. There. And now these from the inside to the out. Okay, and okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and put my leg over. There may need to be some adjustments so that way you can actually be able to do it. Okay, now that it's over, make sure your wire is behind your hook. Okay, your coated wire should be behind now. Let's go ahead and keep working. I'm gonna grab my next green ones, which are these. I see. Okay, remember these you kind of have to pull a little because these are the ones that are being used. So these are the ones that, whoops, hang on, sorry. Let me focus. Okay, since these are the ones that are being used, we obviously have to go on to the next ones, which are these. Okay, so remember from outside to the inside. Okay, see how they are clearly the holding bands. Now I'm going to grab the white ones. Okay. I'm going to use my fingers to hold my band so that way they don't fall off. There's one holding band. No, don't hide. Oh. Use my nails. There we go. There's my white one. Now I'm going to go ahead and transfer them carefully. Because it's a little trickier because your foot is on the way. Alright. Now, in order to see my next ones, I'm going to take out the C-clip. Okay. Next green. Right here. The next white ones. I said I was going to skip these. So I'm going to skip those. Because these are being stretched and those are the ones that are... Let me see. Is that right? Maybe I shouldn't skip it. I'm still getting 1, 2, 3. And then this is the fourth one. 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth one. Yeah, I'm not going to skip it. I think I'm doing fine. Okay. You kind of want to keep counting where your markers are at, okay? If you count, see how there's 1, 2, and then 3 is right there on the clip. And then I have right here 1, 2, and then 3 is right there on my clip. So that's why I'm not skipping. I'm going just direct right here. If I need to skip in the end, I will do it in the end, so that way it's even with the other one. But for right now, it's going pretty well. Alright, now these are my holding bands in here. But I need to take my clip out in order to do it a lot easier. I'm going to use my other hook to help me. Don't fall, hook, don't fall. Alright, there's my holding bands right there. And these. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer through, and go through. Alright. Now remember, there's no more holding bands right here. Okay, actually, is that one? Yes, it is. I think the next one is. Yes, I think the next ones were the ones that didn't have holding bands. Okay. I'm gonna go through here, grab my holding bands. I can only see one again, so I need to dig in there. Holding my body color ones with my nails, so that way they don't come out my hook as I'm trying to scavenge. There they go. Okay, now I have my holding bands. Go through. Okay. Alright, now the rest will be all the outside ones because there's no more holding bands. I'm going to take out that marker. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so since there are no more holding bands right here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab these two and grab the next holding bands on the white. Right there. Yeah. There. 2, 2, and 2. Okay. Next ones. Right here. These two. Grab the next ones, which are these. There's one. And there's two. Okay. Yep, those are it. Okay. Alright, okay, so how are we doing? You kind of want to make sure he's coming out even. It looks good so far. Yeah, alright. At this point, you see how I have one, whoops. Looks like I'm going good because this and these are the same ones, and I only have one section left that did not get hooked latched on because these are the previous section and they got latched onto the white one. So that means that these have to be free and this one have to be latched on. And we're in luck because there's another set of holy bands right here. These. Let me grab the second one and stretch it out just so I can grab them a lot easier. Come on. Yeah, those are 2. Okay, so now it's going to be easier for me to grab. And then we also have, of course, these. Okay, where your slip knot is at. That's 2. So we are in good shape. Because right now I'm going to go through these. Now grab the white ones that I just pulled and stretched. Okay, go through, oops, this way, and this way, okay? Now the last set, this one, and of course, these 2 up here. Alright, so now you should have that hole, okay? And go through. Okay, and I'm done with the last one. I'm gonna grab a white band, put it as a slip knot. Be careful in this part too, you don't want to lose your bands off your hook. And do your knot. Okay. So you should have 3 slip knots there. Okay. So now let me go ahead and adjust that just to make sure he is coming out all right. Cool. Yep. He's looking good. He seems pretty fine. Check to make sure everything is good. This will adjust later. Okay. So far it looks like he is gonna be working just fine. Okay. And now we're gonna be attaching these after. And let me go ahead and seal this up. Okay. Now that we know this is even, we can go ahead and take out this C-clip. I will use my hook to help me take it out. There's one. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this one off. Okay. Now here's what we're gonna do in order to be able to seal this up. Okay. You're gonna grab your middle one and hold it with your thumb. Okay. Now you're gonna go ahead and grab the first 2. Sorry, the first. No, it's gonna be all 4. Let's do this all 4, and then from one side, and reach out for the opposite side of the white band. Okay. And leave it like that. Now you're gonna do the opposite side. Okay. You're gonna go ahead and push through the 4 bands here, from the outside to the inside. Okay. Those 4 bands. Make sure it's 4 bands and not a whole bunch of other ones. So there's 2. Oops. There is 2. There's 1, 2. 1, 2. And there's 4. Okay, now I'm gonna reach over to the opposite side and grab those white ones and pull through. Okay. Now that white one's gonna be right there in the middle. Okay, so hold it up like that. And again, you're gonna go on to the opposite side now. Grab these top 4 that you see right there. I wanna go over the white band, okay? So over just like that. And reach out again for those white ones. Pull through, okay? Alright. At this point, if you wanna use your second hook, okay, you can. And I'm just gonna hold it like this with that hook, okay? So that way I know it's not gonna come off. I'm gonna go ahead and reach over to the other side, the next 2, which are these 4. Okay? And I'm gonna reach over and fish for those white ones. Pull them through, just like that. Okay? I'm gonna pinch it now and grab my other hook again. Okay? Alright, I'm grabbing onto my Yoshi just like that, okay? So now I have both of my hooks, so I know that this one's not gonna fall off. Okay, I need to reach in for my white band again. Okay, and I'm gonna pull it out. What I want to do is I'm just gonna go ahead and put it temporarily on this one, okay? Because what I want to do now is I want to reach onto the other side, okay? Right there, I'm gonna grab these four, reach for that white one again, pull through, okay? And now the white band is gonna be over, so I can go ahead and just leave it like that. Now, this is gonna be a little tricky. I need to switch hands with my hook. I can let go now. I'm gonna look for the other two, which are these two and these two. There's 4 bands. Okay, put it over that middle white band and fish for the opposite side. Okay, almost done. We're gonna do the same thing again. Okay, I kind of want to tug a little bit so that way I can be able to reach him again. So now again I'm gonna go ahead and since the white one is on the inside now, I have to hold it out. Okay. I'm gonna put it on the one on this side. Come on. The one on this side, okay? So I should have 2 bands right there. Let go of this one temporarily. Just stretch it a little so that way you can be able to fish for it. Go to the other side. And I want to grab the top 2 bands. And this is just going to be the top 2 now, because it's already getting smaller. I'm going to fish for that white one and pull it through. And now I can let go of that white middle one. And I'm going to stretch out the one on this side so I can be able to fish for it. Reach for the outside 2 on the next one right here. I'm going to go over that middle white one and grab, okay, sorry, grab that white one right there and pull it through. Okay. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and grab the middle one with my hook and grab the other one with this hook again. We are at that final stage. Okay, and we can't really seal any further, so I'm going to put another slip knot, and this one I'm going to make it in green. I need 1 body color, and okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab a body color, and I want to pull it through all 3 of them. Hook it back in. Okay. Alright, and at this point, I'm going to hold it with my fingers. I'm going to grab that cap band at the very top of my tail. Okay. You see the cap band? I'm going to grab the 2, pull it through. Okay. Okay. So it should be looking like this so far. And oops, no, sorry. I was only supposed to go in one side of it. Hang on, go through the cap band again, because I only want to pull one side of it. I'm going to take one off my hook and hold it with my fingers and pull this one through the cap band. Yeah, that makes sense. Now go ahead and feel it. There we go. And with your hook, you're gonna go through the inside of the body, find a spot where you can take out your hook somewhere right here at the top, and you're gonna hide that slip knot. Okay, just pull it down with you. Make sure you're going through the hole. Okay, so I grabbed it right here. Okay, and I'm gonna just pull it down with me so I can hide it. You know, I'm grabbing more bands than I should. I don't want to do that. There we go. And there. Now it's hiding in there. And it's out of sight. Sweet. Okay. Our Yoshi is near complete. Now we're going to go ahead and attach the arms and the legs, okay? Before we begin stuffing them. We're going to start with the legs, okay? And the way we're going to do this is we are going to be adding C-clips again to 6 spots. Right now it's in 3s, but we need it in 6s, okay? We're going to do the same thing with the arms. So if you want to, here's the best way you can be able to do it. The best thing to do is to follow your slip knot. I'm going to take this partially off. Don't take it out all the way, because I just want to loosen it right now. The reason for that is because I want to grab one end. Okay. Now that I have that end, alright, I can see them clearly. I'm going to go through. There should be 4 bands here, 4 bands here. Go ahead and just hold on, and I'm going to add C-clips. Or maybe I should just split them up. I think it'll be easier if we just go ahead and do slip knots again. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to transfer these 4 bands through here. Alright, make sure you don't let go of your slip knot. So now these 4 on your hook, these are on your slip knot. Tie those up just to those 4. Okay, and I'm gonna add another slip knot on those. Okay. Do the same thing for here. Okay. I'm gonna show you one more time, and then I'm gonna do it for all the both legs and the arms. Okay. Let me put my hook on here so I don't lose my bands. Okay. Now I'm gonna pass that hook through these 4 bands. Okay, one more. And do a slip knot on these. Okay, and now add it on to that one. Okay, now this side. Okay, I'm gonna do it for this side and then do the same thing for the other leg and for the arms. Okay, go ahead and do that right now. Actually, hang on. No, the arms don't need it. We only need, yeah, just go ahead and finish off right here in the legs only. Don't do the arms. Okay, the arms are actually gonna stay like that. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, I'm just gonna go to do it off camera.